Condors and the Buccaneers, coming up next.
Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Condors of Rio de Janeiro taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for the visiting Cariocas, they've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in week 4. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator, because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit. They're facing the #1 rushing team. They have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
That'll give them 8 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And on now is the punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Here's Thomas. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League.
And I think it's safe to say that, and I heard him say it in the post-game press conference, that was a team win last week because he didn't really play up to his normal standards, throwing 2 interceptions.
No touchdown.
Yeah, didn't offset it at all, but the team found a way to get it done.
The numbers in last week's bowl game for Robinson: 20 carries, 80 yards.
It's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge games for him. Other times, he plays a complimentary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And that's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this this one incomplete as well. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on third down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Now a 2nd and 6.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again.
And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. And still about 3 yards shy of the first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. The drive stays alive. A third down gain of 8.
And the Rio de Janeiro first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Franklin. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Bucs' 35-yard line.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
And the Rio first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now a give, running left is Harris. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Rio de Janeiro.
Now back to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Here's 2nd and 8. And this is incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Condors are on the board first here on the road in Tampa.
Nothing like understanding where your escape hatches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
Jake Moody now for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And they were in field goal range the last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 46 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his...
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now the Rio offense set to take over. They'll have good field position at midfield following the turnover as they start with a first down here.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. To the right side, complete to Taylor. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Condors.
They'll look to throw here. And he rifles one incomplete.
You look at this defense for Tampa Bay.
This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league. So there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
They'll look to throw again.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 19. 12 yards on third down as the drive rolls on.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Campbell. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Buccaneers.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Harris. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe. recipe if they can keep this up.
Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive.
First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. And I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. Now a dump off here complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Robinson up the middle.
And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. That run good for 7 yards, and that'll do it for the first quarter of play.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 3. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football.
To throw on 2nd down, Barnett.
As they've got it as we resume action.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
And 3 yards to go.
Off play action. Barnett. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on to kick it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7 though on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Rio offense about to set up shop once again.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Franklin. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bucs are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive.
He's doing his thing. He's got some good yardage, but his team right now in the second quarter, 0 points.
Just not a complete formula. Half of it's there, being able to run the ball and set the tone. What if they may have to go to some play action, throw off the run game, and try and get the ball in the end zone?
I was just going to ask you that same thing. Maybe you use that run now to set up the pass, right?
I would think so, because the run has been very effective for them.
Looking to throw on second down. Barnett. And will find his man on the outside. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain there of 21 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on fourth down here. They'll run for it with Robinson.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
And running with power here. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series. So those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. 2nd and 2. He'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Our defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They'll set up a throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
The 20. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for Buccaneer TD.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Point after here coming up. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Now the Rio offense set to take over. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
2nd and 5. And his throw here is incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Returnable for Thomas. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Off the play fake. Barnett. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Webb. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's taken to the 26. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. Well, the Rio offense about to set up shop once again. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles, early in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Time to get another look at this Buccaneer offense as we eke closer and closer to intermission. Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Webb. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. The Bucs on 3rd down. Not good, 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Barnett firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. Back to throw again. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And we'll see what he can do on the return. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Now the Rio offense set to take over. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down now, but that clock rolling. He'll look to throw. He finds Taylor, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Well, with the problems they've had giving away the football in this first half, they've got to be over the moon that this is still a tie ball game. So here's where a quarterback has to move the turnovers to the back of his mind and focus on the present. And that's a good throw there to pick up a first down.
Back to throw now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Alexander. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Here now, 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll set up to throw. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A gain of 5. First down, Condors.
He'll look to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here we go on 2nd and 12. He finds his man, complete. It's Alexander. And they have a first down and well into field goal range also at the 16 now. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far, even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and they will take the lead at 13-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams. And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff, ready to go. A field goal the difference, a tight one through 2 quarters, and we are back and underway for the third quarter. And it's a pretty good return here as they'll get this up to the 29. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the third quarter. Well, out of the locker rooms, here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
To throw on second down, Barnett, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
This is taken at the 23. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They'll start the drive with Harris. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. 2nd and 9 now. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, Barnett. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because Those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
Moody good with the extra point.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Tampa Bay offense set to go again.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
On the counter, this is Robinson.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. That leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
And he's going to have the Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Robinson with another carry.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
At the 45-yard line.
Back to throw. Barnett. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Looking to throw. Barnett. Wide open receiver complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and a yard.
At the 28-yard line.
Back to throw. Barnett.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Throwing on first down. Barnett. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Webb. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
Off play action. Barnett. He finds his man complete. That's Webb. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Looking to throw. Barnett. That is caught.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. Back to throw. Barnett. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Bucs are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking to throw. Barnett. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
Robinson. Touchdown, Buccaneers. So part it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Now the try here for the point after. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17. That drive a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it was Bijan Robinson who took it home with a touchdown run. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Well, the Rio offense about to set up shop once again. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. The 3rd down conversion is successful. Give him 12 yards that time.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
He finds his man complete. It's Alexander. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
They hand this off to Harris. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 47 yards rushing for him in the ballgame now on 14 carries. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Back to throw here. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Buccaneers' 44-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. To the right side, complete to Taylor. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Harris running straight ahead. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run again with Harris. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
At the 35-yard line.
On the give, this is Harris. And not much running room. Down to the 32. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They'll drop to throw. Setting up the screen, Harris. He's into space past the 25. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. They'll get that one to Taylor complete. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2nd and a couple. They'll try the right side with Harris. Dances by him. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Looking to throw. This is caught. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal. They'll try and run with Harris. And he is not going to get in as the big body stopped him at the 1. They try to get the nose of the football across to no avail, and now it's 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, they're going to run the option. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Condors are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the 2nd time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback. The ability to run the ball fearlessly. And in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
Moody good with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Bucs ready to take over once again. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 114 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Barnett. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Barnett. Under pressure, and down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but just show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Well, the Rio offense set to take over. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 3. They run again with Harris. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now back to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Alexander. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Holding, offense.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. They bring their punter out there now. He's been terrific so far. Returnable for Thomas. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Throwing to start the drive. Barnett. Over the middle, complete. It's Webb. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. On first down, Barnett. Open man, that's Henry. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
That's interference. Defense.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Barnett, he finds his man, complete. That's Lucas. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Webb. And down inside the 15 he goes.
That's interference. Defense.
So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
This will be caught just inside the 10. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
A gain of 4. It's now second and
Again, he'll drop to throw.
7-yard line.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Harris starts the drive on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10. Here's 3rd and 6. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And here's another carry for Harris. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. And on now is the punter, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So now the Bucs down by 10. A minute 51 on the clock. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is going to fall to the ground. Incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Barnett. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
To throw on 3rd down, Barnett. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Look at the big fella go. Touchdown! A big play there. 57 yards. And the Buccaneers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And the hands team does its job. They're able to secure it. Touchdown! A very rare kickoff return on an onside kick. And the Condors are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now Moody for the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25.
Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll come to the line now on a 3rd and 6.
Third down and 6 yards to go.
Looking to throw.
Barnett, he's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10.
Back to throw again. He finds his man. Complete. That's Lucas. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Barnett. His throw incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
38-yard line.
On 1st and 10. Barnett. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about it if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Rio,
hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.